Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. His first carry, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Richard. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now you got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Childress. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go play action with McDonald. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And some space here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Play action. It's McDonald. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to set.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Richard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richard. He'll check this down to Hines. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Off play action, Richard. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Richard lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? they're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Matt's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Richard. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off the play fake, Richard. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Felisano American. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down now, Childress. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll run on first down. Childress, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
McDonald. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Below Nichols. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second down, Childress. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is McDonald. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun, Richard. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's McDonald to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. McDonald sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on 2nd down. Richard flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And bulldozing his way through. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans take the lead. Pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve past then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to him on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Childress. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back to throw. Richard. Flush to his right.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Throwing on first down. Richard. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then
and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Richard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Childress. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Childress, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Childress. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on third down, Richard. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Childress, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Childress, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Houston. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A huge play there for Chicago.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, Richard. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Richard. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because You want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
Let's go,
On 1st and 10, Richard eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the gun, Richard. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Richard. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Texans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.